Hi students, welcome back to video classes. In the previous video, we learned about the angles. Now in this angles with yoga, angles with yoga, Rahmat is doing yoga. There are the pictures of different asanas. He does every day. He does every day is doing yoga. So these are the pictures of different asanas he does every day. So this is the one kind of asana. Estimate the measure of angles as you can made by different parts of the body while doing asanas. Here, can you guess it? What is the angle made by his body? This is the angle. Can you guess it? What is the angle here? So it is exactly 90 degrees. So this is right angle. This is right angle. Now, if you observe this one, here what is the angle made by this part here? This is less than 90 degrees means, so this is 90 degrees, but this ray is towards the other ray, so like this, so it is less than 90 degrees, so it is acute angle. And this is also acute angle. So here, what is the angle made with the bicep and forearm? So this is, we can say, this is greater than 90 degrees. So this is obtuse angle. This is obtuse angle. Here, what is the angle made at this point? What is the angle made at this point? This is also greater than 90 degrees. So this is also obtuse angle here. So this is also, so what is the angle made at this point? So what is the angle made? So this is obtuse, this is also greater than 90 degrees. And if you observe this one, what is the angle made at this point? This is less than 90 degrees. This is acute angle. Acute angle. Now estimate the measure of many angles as you can made by different parts of the body while doing asanas. You can play the D game with your friends. You draw an angle, your friend will guess the measure of that angle. Then you use your D to measure it. What is the meaning of D? So I'll explain you. The difference between the measured angle and the guess means guess angle, will be your friend's score. The one with the lowest score will be the winner. One with the lowest score will be the winner. Suppose if I draw on the angle like this. So can you tell me what is this angle? Is it right angle or acute angle or obtuse angle or straight angle or reflex angle? So it is less than 90 degrees. We can say it is less than 90 degrees. Can you guess it? So here you draw the angle like this. Draw angle is this one. You draw the angle like this. Now what is the guess angle? Approximately its value is, so guess angle is say 30 degrees. Guess angle is 30 degrees. So suppose if you measure the angle by using D, suppose the exact measure is, suppose if you got 27 degrees, then what is the difference between the measure and guess angle? What is the difference between these two? The difference is 3 degrees. Difference is 3 degrees. Like that, you draw some other angles. So let me draw one more angle. So this is the other angle. So what is the angle made at this point? So suppose if you say the guess angle is 1 120 degrees. The guess angle is 120 degrees. Suppose if you measure the exact angle, if you got this one as 130 degrees, then what is his score? The score means the difference between the measured angle and the guess angle. What is the difference between these two? 130 minus 120, 10 degrees. So out of these two, whose score is the lowest one? This is the lowest one. So he is the winner. So like that, you draw one more angle. So try yourself, this one. Now, next one is, if you observe this one. So what is the shape of this one? The shape of this one is D. So by using this one only, we can measure the angle and we can draw the angles. Now, what is the name of this one? You will find this instrument. You will find this instrument in geometry box. We will find this instrument in geometry box. So it can be used to measure the angles. So this can be used to measure the angle, and what we call draw the angles also. We can draw the angles and we can measure the angles. Now, how to measure the angle? While measuring the angles, two things should be remember. Here, if you observe the, what is the name of this one? So we call it as a protractor. So this is the instrument which is used in geometry box. This is the one of the instruments in geometry box. So now, while measuring the angles, two things should be remembered. What are the two things? Lines should be considered with the baseline of the protractor. Suppose, for example, to measure the angle, suppose, let us say this is the angle. So what is the angle made at this point? Now suppose this is O, A, sorry, so this is A, O, B. So AOB is the angle. AOB is the angle. While measuring the angle, you should keep in your mind 2 points. What is that? Here, if you observe the protractor, so this is called the center point of the protractor, and this is the zero to zero line of the protractor. That is called the base line of the protractor. What we call? This is the base line of the protractor, and this is the center of the protractor. And this, if you observe this protractor, we will have two scales. One is so this is the outer scale and this is the inner scale. Protractor means it has two scales, inner and outer scales. What are the two things should remember? Line should coincide with the baseline of the protractor. Suppose if you keep the protractor to measure the angle AOB, you should keep the protractor. So the baseline should coincide with here. Suppose this is the protractor. So this is the protractor. Let us say this is the protractor. So this is the center of the protractor and this is the zero of the protractor, zero to zero line of the protractor. So we'll have the inner scales and outer scales. So the baseline of the protractor should coincide with ray OA. The baseline of the protractor should coincide with ray OA, and the center point at the same time, the center point of the protractor, you should keep it on the vertex O. Did you understand? The center point of the protractor should coincide with vertex. These 2 points should remember. And what is the other ray? OB is passing through this point here. The OB is passing through this point. Here, the inner scale. Here it measures 0, 10, 20, 30, 35. So this is maybe, so this is 10, 20, 30. Therefore, the angle AOB is equal to 30 degrees. So like that we can measure the angles. We will learn so how to measure the angles in the next chapters. So okay students, we will stop here. We will continue in the next video.